Hello and welcome back to Mortgages Made Simple. This is Nathan Hugh with Loan Depot, and today we're going to focus on how to be denied for a mortgage. I know there are a lot of reasons why you might want to get denied for a mortgage. You might not be ready. You may be having serious doubts about this concept of adulting. It's not uncommon. But you may be getting pressured. It's time. You need your own wall to hang that ticking biological clock on. What's your excuse going to be? The number one thing you can do to get denied for a mortgage, or any kind of loan for that matter, is not pay your bills on time. It's comfortable living in your parents' basement, and having your mother continue to do your laundry is one of life's luxuries. If you want that to continue, just wait for the bills to turn red before you pay them, and you'll never have to worry about getting approved to buy a house. If all you have is collection accounts, charge-offs, and last time you applied for credit at Target, an alarm went off and the little red lights started whirling, you don't have to worry about getting approved for a loan. The second reason, and it's directly related to the first reason you won't get approved for a loan, is if you have a bad credit score. A credit score is not like a golf score. If you shot your credit and it's in the low 50s, you won't have any worries about getting approved. I know nobody likes being reduced to a number, but if you're a 383, you're not buying a house real soon, even if you do have 100% down. Now, I know the majority of people have a credit score over 700, but if you're someone who's dedicated their life to never paying their bills on time, you won't have to worry about having one of those pesky high credit scores where you're always worried about someone trying to steal your identity. One of the things you can do to not get approved for a mortgage is owe lots of money relative to how much you make. That's right. If you spend more than you make, you don't have to worry about owning a house anytime soon. If you're a mathematically inclined savant, let me explain. If you want to get approved for a mortgage, just make sure over half of your income is supposed to go out to pay debts like credit cards, car loans, and student loans. Like you've been paying those anytime. Anyways, now the other thing you can do to not get approved is to be an unemployed slacker. Constantly change jobs or change your profession. If your job history is as stable as a one-legged server at IHOP, what's there to worry about? And stable income doesn't mean you work in a barn either. Now maybe you got a promotion at work and all of a sudden your dad's dropping hints about it's time he got his naked room back. If you went from being hourly to a commission-based employee, even if you haven't screwed up your credit, you probably, maybe won't qualify because your income isn't stable. Another thing that can squash your loan application like a bug is if you lie like a rug on your credit application. Go ahead and lie about those unpaid judgments, liens, or unpaid child support. There's a chance, very small chance, those won't show up, but they usually do, and any of those are good reasons to get denied. If you're here illegally, like one of those Norwegian snowbacks that overstayed their visa, you don't have to worry about getting approved for a mortgage. If you make big cash deposits and withdrawals, like a Coke dealer, you'll not only get declined, but the DEA is trailing you, and you do have a good reason to be paranoid. If the bank teller raises her eyebrows when you deposit $100 for a down payment, forget about getting approved. I want to know what you're doing for a living. If your Uncle Guido, who gave you $100, cracks a joke about you having to repay the gift, or you're gonna have some broken kneecaps, you can count on getting turned down. Now maybe you have one of those pushy fiancés, and despite doing everything you could to avoid being approved, you were approved, and you're looking at a 30-day escrow before your life is totally ruined for the next 30 years. How can you get out of it? Go out and open a bunch of new charge accounts, buy a new car, run up your credit cards to furnish the new house, And if all else fails, quit your job. If that still doesn't work, your last hope is your house won't appraise. Find out who the appraiser is and offer him a sufficient cash inducement to undervalue your house. If your house doesn't appraise, you can get out of the sticky situation. Now, if you're an exception and you actually want a loan, drop me, Nathan Hugh, a line or give me a call at 805-878-1007. I look forward to hearing from you. Again, my number is 805-878-1007.